All right, race fans, we had a pretty good weekend out there at North Star. You know, it was a lot of good grudge racing. You know, Gene and put a pretty good event together. You know, like I said, you know, I know that event right there been going on for a while there at North Star. And like I said, Gene just coming in trying to make things happen. Man, he did pretty good at what he did. You know, guys, I know for a fact is like I said, you know, we're gonna keep on doing this grudging. You know, with all this going on. You know, like I tell everybody else, man. You know. Grudging is just exactly what it is, man. It's grudging, man. You know, trying to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Getting out there, having fun. You know, being safe. You know, Saturday we didn't have not one, you know, wreck, and that was a good thing. You know, and that's for every track. You know, everybody want to be safe. You know, everything. But I tell you what, though, you know, Tony Bynes them came in. You know, we had a good time with them. I always have a good time with them when I come in. You know, I always. Shoot the shit with them, you know, talk shit to them and everything else like we always do. But just like I told Tony Bynes when he first started coming to Texas, man, Texas ain't playing, man. We got some cars out here that's fast too. You know, it's always been a myth that everybody said, oh, the guys out there from out of state, you know, North Carolina, South Carolina, they fast. But man, let me tell you something. Texas fast too. Just like I told you, you know, we had Birdman come down here. You know, he represented, you know, like he was supposed to. You know, we had the Jekyll represent like he's supposed to. We had Tony throwing home on the fast car. You know, they was representing just as well. But just like I told them, boy, I said, man, let me tell you something, man. Anytime somebody come in our town, trying to make something happen, we're going to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? We're going to deal with them together as Texas boys. That's what we did. So that's what I'm proud of. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you what, though. People say what they want to say, you know. I be on the board, watching the board, checking things out, you know. All that personal stuff, keep all that personal stuff off the board because, you know, like I tell people, I don't care about how you feel about certain people or whatever, but one thing I can say is this, though, you know, let's stick to racing, you know, on the board. You know, let's try to make that happen, you know what I'm saying? Because however you feel about a person, you know, if you want to do that, talk to them in face-to-face. See, that's being a real man or, you know, about this whole situation, you know. But I guarantee you what, let's get back to this racing. You know, they holler about Tony Bynes, you know, and Birdman race. Let me tell you something, okay? Tony Bynes got a all fiberglass body chassis car, people, which they call a back half. You know, really they ain't a back half because I know what a back half is. I've been around this stuff 25 years. I know what a back half is, okay? But let me tell you something. When you got 800 cubic inches with a car sitting on the ground, you can't put your hand up under. You know what I'm saying? You know, all fiberglass body, you know. Man, you should be able to run anybody in the eighth of a mile, you know. People holler about turbos, just like, yeah, turbos, they good and they fast, but they ain't just as consistent like everybody else. And the eighth of a mile, to me, that's anybody race, you know what I'm saying? Stop crying about all this. This is grudge. And like I told them, you know, one thing I found out about Tony Bynes and them, they like to pick and choose their races. And I figured that out, you know. I've been dealing with them since last summer, you know, dealing with them. And they like to pick and choose. They hustlers, and there's nothing wrong with the hustling in the game. But you can't hustle the hustlers in Texas. You know what I'm saying? We already know what time it is. So just like I'm going to tell you this, I'm going to say to everybody, man, you know, all about that grudge racing stuff, man. Like I said, you know, when you at that point, when you 800 cubic inches and you all fiberglass body and you chassis it down, man, turbo shouldn't be no problem with you, you know, in the eighth of a mile. I mean, you know, if you really look at car to car, really? Tony Bynes had the best of the car. You know, like I said, you got a 10.5 car sitting over here compared to some steamrollers, you know, that Tony Bynes had up under that car. Like I said, I don't do no hating, but one thing I can do, I can compare cars and I know what's what, you know. But so for all you guys that don't understand the myth of racing, you probably need to talk to some of these chassis guys, somebody know anything about back halves, you know, and they'll tell you what the true back half is, you know. Like I said, everybody build their car the way they want to build them, you know. Like I said, you know, that was a big thing Birdman did, give up the $500 right off the top and give up the back tires. Man, I said, man, that's really getting it right there, man. Ain't too many people that ain't going to do that. You know, that's nuts, you know what I'm saying? And one thing about it, the man came in, he did what he had to do, so you got to give his hats off to the Birdman. Like I said, props off to you, Birdman. I already know what time it is, man. But like I said, once again, man, you know, hey, man, let's keep this grudge racing. I know Kelly got his coming up at Redline on November the 10th, man. Let's get out there and do some things out with him too just as well, you know. Let's keep this grudge racing like it's supposed to be, you know, getting down with the get down, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we're going to do. We're going to make this happen. We're going to keep on doing. And like I told you, you know, about this board, I watch this board all the time, you know, and I can tell you this. Yeah, I know who's who on this board. I know who be doing what. I'm not crazy, you know what I'm saying? But I tell you what, if I really wanted to, I can spit your name out there. I can tell you what your IPs are. I can pinpoint where you at. But, you know, I'm not with all that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know, you got something to say to somebody. Why don't you send me in their face, you know? Talk to them in their face, you know? You won't put these no names on here. Trust me, I pull your IPs. I can find out who you is. So you better find something different to do, you know, if you're trying to be sneaky on this board. But I can tell you this, though. One thing I can tell you, if I allow everybody to find out who's who, what's what, it's going to be some shit around here. That's what I'm not trying to do. So let's just keep the board clean. Let's try to clean it up and try to make it happen. And one thing, let's do this. Let's keep grudging, baby. We'll see you on November the 10th out there at Red Line. I'll holler at you.